Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. It's really nice actually to be able to turn on my OBS and not have it go or mess up. And sort of like, yay, awesome. This is a lot of fun, just got to say. Okay. Morning. Shim. How are you doing, Shim? We're going to have just a basic meal: potatoes, carrots, and tuna. Potatoes, carrots, tuna. Potatoes, carrots, and tuna. Potatoes, carrots, and tuna. On here, right? Potatoes, tuna. So before we start talking about anything, the first thing we're going to do is because what fell down? Something fell down on the floor. Now I need to find what's fallen on the floor. The dog's knocked some stuff off the table, and I've got to find it because it's my medication. The Vertikin. Where did you knock my medication? We are on a search now. Bertie was sitting on my medication. It's just my blood pressure stuff. The only medication I'm actually on. So we always do that first before we do anything else. Before we start talking, because the moment we start talking, I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. Oh, we're good. First thing to do, start the food going. Before we start chatting, start the food. I'm just going to put in some potatoes and some carrots. Or quite messy potatoes. I'm just slicing them, and then they'll cook and we'll make mash with them. Potato. Grab some water for that. Well, that's doing. We'll grab another knife. Just setting the veg up and that cooking on the stove in a sec. And then we'll chat about whatever you want to chat about. There's in there. There's down here. On. Go. Here. Vegetables. Frozen veg in there as well. There. Two things are done. The two big things are done that need to be done. Right, so we'll chat in a minute. Put the potatoes away. You have to remember to do things or they don't get done. Doing things is very, very much a challenge. A challenge for me. Without certain things. What these things. We're good. We're good. We're focused. We're doing stuff. We have things set up. It's going. Now it's a good time to do dog's food. So just doing game with tuna out, the two tins of tuna. So me and the doggies can have tuna. Water. Okay. Put them over here. The start of this is we'll just do all the basics and why it's all cooking, then we'll chat. So, hiya, Azeal. I'm just setting my home food up and getting the dogs' food ready as well. So the dogs are going to have their food and they're also going to have a bit of tuna with theirs. And the dogs have some dry food. And on top of the dry food, they have some wet food, and they're going to have some tuna on top. So they get lots of bits and pieces. Yeah. Doggies get tuna as well as their own food as a treat. Oh, I think I'm okay. How are you? What's happening with you? Getting wrong? So, need to open these with a tin opener. We need a tin opener. Oh. So why did that happen? Any idea what caused the? When you said you lost someone, I thought they died or something. Okay, dogs get food. Carol, Carol, where are you? Bring these away and then we'll sit and chat. Give all the basics. Anything else? That's all good. I'm here. Well, was this just a friendship, or was there more to it than just friendship? As in, were you flirting or anything? Is there anything that if they've got, I mean, could their other half, they may have got jealous? Could their other half blocked you or something? Or could their account have been hacked? There's so many different reasons that something like that goes wrong. It doesn't have to use you did something wrong or anything. It can just be that someone just something bad happened or crazy. Mm. Yeah, you can only do what you do. Hello, Nico. Oh. Okay. Just setting up my plug them in here. We need to plug them into the tablet. Just sorting out my. They do. They look like sunglasses, but they are AR. They're comfortable to wear all the time. They have twin micro LED 1080p screens, and they are really good. Okay, so I'll just let me turn down the. Let me turn down. Doesn't boil over. So the basic thing is, let's show you the inside of them. They've got twin LED screens up here, which focus on this screen in front of you. So what you get is like 110-inch perfect clarity image. You can watch films on them and everything. You can connect them to a Steam Deck. You can connect them to anything. Anything that can take an external display that can provide DisplayPort power. Unfortunately, it's very hard to actually show them actually working because, of course, you'd have to see inside. And they're amazing because you can watch films, TV, you can game on them. If you plug them into your Steam Deck or something like that, or a Switch, you've got like a 110-inch massive display in front of your head. And that display can actually either go to AR space, you can go augmented reality and everything. So I've got it connected to my Samsung tablet at the moment. Mm-hmm. And when you turn them into a tablet, when you go full into the augmented, your tablet becomes a touch screen. So the touch screen, so there you can touch it and everything can activate it all. Connect it properly on here. They're very comfortable. They feel and look just like. Ooh, yay! I'm happy with it. And so they're about as heavy as a good quality headset. To be perspective, let me just go get something. Let me go get something I've got. Putting you in the weight. These are the Unreal sunglasses, which are just normal sunglasses. So these are the normal sunglasses that aren't smart glasses or anything. If you look, the difference between these and these is basically nothing. If you wear these sunglasses, which are very like the glasses I have on my poster in the background upstairs, the Terminator poster. Very retros, gorgeous glasses they are. Christmas, Unreal sent me them. These, when you've got them on, you can feed the wire down your actual collar of your hoodie to your phone in your pocket, and no one would know that you're using augmented reality. You can have Google Maps up on here. You can have YouTube. These are, I believe, £350, the ones I bought. £350, which is about the price of a large monitor or TV, when you think about it. And you can, or Quest 2. And basically, you can plug these into your phone, you can plug them into your Steam Deck, you can plug them into your computer and use them as a second display. You can plug them into a Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick, and watch Amazon stuff through them. So you can actually bring it. It acts just like a monitor, and it puts in front of you. It's very hard to describe how amazing it is. Reader's been to my house and tried it as well, and literally it creates a full size, perfect clarity, really good blacks. I'd say between 80 inches and 110 inches, massive screen for you to watch and work on and that. And you can, and the thing is, at the moment I've got them in the mode where I can still see what you're saying and everything. I can see through them. I can see the normal world and that. But if I wanted to, say, sit down and have it completely black, you've got these you put over the front, which actually block out all the light from it through them. So this way, they're like this. I can leave the house. They help me with my disabilities and that, because I can create stuff in here that helps me leave the house. When I leave the house and go for a walk, I have these on, and with you can make little post-it notes and things like that inside the augmented reality, and keep yourself focused on what you're going to do and that. And as far as anybody knows, you're just wearing a pair of glasses that are very comfortable and just basically like a pair of sunglasses. But you can have 130, 110 inch screen in front of your face. It's amazing. It's like giant screen. And sometimes, well, a lot of time actually, you don't see me use them at the moment, because the thing is, I normally connect them to my phone, and my phone's being used as the camera, so I don't connect them to that. But I can also connect them to my Samsung thingy here. Yeah, you can have the Twitch chat on. Yeah, I could connect them to my Steam Deck and have this Twitch chat going through to them. Yeah, Google Maps. Yeah. When I went to town, I used Google Maps and a few other things to be able to get from my house to town. And nobody knew. And also they've got speakers built in, focused speakers that focus down here. They are very good speakers. So you can listen to music, you can have all those bits and pieces going in the background, and it works pretty much amazingly. And the thing is, it's £300, and this isn't a prototype. This is actually, I bought this with my own money last year, and these are amazing. I love them. Yeah. When I lie down in bed, I used to watch it. I've got a big TV at the bottom of my bed, But instead of that, when I want to lie down in bed and watch, say, an episode of Scrubs or House MD or something like that, I just put these on, connect them to my phone, lie on my side, and I can just lie there comfortable in my bed and watch a cinema screen in front of my eyes. There's no eye strain. They're called the Nreal Air. Type in it. The Nreal Air. Hello, Holly. And the thing about the Nreal Air is that because they just look like glasses and that, people don't think you're wearing anything weird. They don't think you're not wearing a VR headset or anything. You're just wearing glasses. In spring, I'm going to use these to be able to leave my house more. This is going to be my mobile safe space. And they've got an actual connector in here that if you need glasses, they've got an actual connector that you can connect actual prescription lenses to inside here. And I'm actually amazed at how well these work. Well, yeah, I tell you, gaming on them is amazing. See that you get something called the Nreal adapter, which I've got, because these don't have any batteries in them. They get power from your phone or power from the Steam Deck through the DisplayPort or power from your computer. So if you wanted to plug them into the, for example, switch, you can plug them into the switch, but you use the HDMI adapter to plug them into the switch. And if you want to plug them into a computer that doesn't have a DisplayPort but only has an HDMI out, you can use the Nreal adapter, which is about £30, to power them. But the Nreal adapter has its battery. Because the power comes from down this cable from your phone. Remember, DisplayPort 1.4 and onwards can provide power. So it comes through the DisplayPort. If you don't use DisplayPort, if you want to connect them via HDMI, you have this little adapter that you plug into the actual cable, and that provides the power. It's a rechargeable adapter. You can't use them wireless. They're not wireless. These are not wireless. They haven't created one that's wireless yet. This is the first one that's actually fully functional thingy. But yeah, this is the first step, and they're amazing. They work wonderful. I was going to buy a second monitor, a portable monitor for my Steam Deck. But I don't need to, because if I put these on and plug this into the Steam Deck, yeah, you could. I don't know. I haven't looked into that, Nico. Yeah. Let me just turn down the carrot. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can do that. You could do that quite easily, yeah. Well, I use Restream Chat. Restream Chat is actually has a transparent mode. You can remove the background from Restream Chat completely. But I mean, when it comes down to it, having your phone in your pocket and the wire going down your sleeve to it, you forget it's there. Yeah. Well, that's okay because I don't use Twitch. I don't have any redeems on my channel. I don't have any of that kind of bump. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I've never had any of that on my Twitch channel. Yeah. Different people, different type of things. I just found that when I became yeah. So that's how I use that. But I'm sure you could figure out something. I'm sure there's an alpha layer to the act that you can make transparent for Twitch chat. If not, someone will create an API for it or something. But yeah, this is amazing. This is better than watching TV. Literally, I've got a 65-inch TV in the living room. And my 65-inch TV in the living room isn't as good quality as this. When you're sitting in a living room and you're watching TV with this, you've literally got a screen the size of a cinema in front of you. And it's gorgeous to watch it. And because it's an OLED screen, it's a micro OLED, the blacks are perfect blacks. Nah. The only reason you don't see me using these a lot is because, like I say, when I go around my house with them on, I'm using this phone that I'm using as a camera, so I can't really record it anymore. So when I'm using that, I don't have thingy. So yeah. So I use them a lot. They get used every day. Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I do, Shim. This cable fits really well down there. This little cable for it goes straight down here behind through my hoodie into my inner pocket. And your phone becomes like a laser pointer. Your phone becomes a laser pointer for augmented reality. Because not only can you do all the basic stuff, you've got full augmented reality with it. And the augmented reality is fun because it's like I've got an AI pet in augmented reality on the Unreal Nebula web, basically. So I click on the pet and it jumps out onto my desk basically, and I play with this pet on my. It's like a little pet that you play with each day and send it back to its home and that. But it's awesome to have the headset thingy on and see your pet moving around the desk and everything and that, and then send it back to the actual thing. And of course, this is only the first stage. This is like proof of concept that is possible. This is like when you think this is future tech. This is like works. This is future tech, not in a bulky headset, but in something that you could wear that wouldn't look out of wouldn't look out of place in a cyberpunk film. This wouldn't look out of place in a science fiction movie for people walking down the street. And that's the thing. They look perfectly normal on you. You don't look as if you're using tech. But with this, well, put it this way. I did a little test with this. You know what, Nico, you know what Kali Linux is, don't you? The intrusion and prevention version of Linux for use for, let's say, for security work. Kali Linux is amazing. It's the one that you see used in Mr. Robot, the TV series. Kali Linux. Kali Linux. Kali Linux. Well, yeah, so you install Kali Linux on a small phone. I've got it on my LG upstairs. You plug the small phone into this and you walk around the neighborhood and you can be hacking an intrusion detection and that on people's Wi-Fi through this, and people wouldn't know because you're just walking around with this on and you've got displays of people's network and their security on their systems and that. And then all you've got your hand in your pocket and you're moving your hand around the thing. And it's like, yeah. And you just walk around with your hoodie up And you can look like just such a badass, and you can do badass things like that. So that's the whole point. This thing, these are future tech. These are kick ass, the Nreal. I mean, how would you control it without using? I paired a little trackball thingy with mouse thing from in my pocket. I've got a little trackball in my pocket that is basically a mouse, but it's a trackball. Yeah. So in my other pocket, I've got a Bluetooth paired thingy. So I've got a cursor on my screens up here to move it. So I've got my one hand in my pocket here on the actual trackball, and one hand, and the phone is in my other pocket. And you can just walk around and control stuff and change things and that. And if you've got something like Kali Linux with a GUI set up, you have, although there's other versions as well, but once you've refined it, you could do some really good fun stuff. Yeah. And with a nice little, one of those little, you can also use one of those Bluetooth, they do them cheap on. Let me have a look for the kind of thing that I use. The version I had wasn't very good and it died after a little while. So let me go show you. But it's very cheap, the actual thing though. Okay, so okay. Okay, so this one is the one I want to grab. This is the perfect one for use with it. Control. So have a look at that. You could just have that on your finger, or the equivalent of that, and just have it like that in your hand, and people wouldn't know you were scrolling through stuff on your display in front of your face. Little trackball Minnie Mouse type interface with multiple buttons. Yeah, but that's more thingy. If you want to go that way, you're going thingy. Well, you can't really keep that on you easily in your pocket or thingy. I know a hoodie, but still you're going to have proof of concept problems because of how big a keyboard has to be to have that. You can have an on-screen keyboard and use that. And once you get good with this, you could click on an on-screen keyboard and do commands in via scripted language on an on-screen keyboard. On-screen keyboard with built-in predictive text for, let's say you're using special C language or whatever. Yeah, there is stuff like that. There is stuff like that out there. It doesn't even have to be custom. I know there is other stuff like that you could. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at when you shared your screen with me, Nico, and you were setting up your sound system on Garuda Linux, and you were dragging and dragging connections to different connections on your screen. That's the kind of interface you want on something like that. You want that kind of interface on something like these augmented realities, so that you can just drag and drop bits and pieces and bits and code and connect them and that. Yeah. Well, we have fun. But yeah, it works really well. And it's the thing is, there's so many different things you could use these for. On the one hand, yeah, on the one hand, on the basic level, you've got basically a cinema-sized screen that you can watch your movies with. That for example, if you're on a plane and you want to watch your own movies, connect them up to your phone. You've got the movie downloaded because it's in airplane mode. You can watch your own movies. You can do anything like that. Yeah. You can use them around the house. For example, let's say I want to cook a new meal, a recipe. I can bring up YouTube on these, be wearing these, come downstairs and have the video for the recipe playing and the actual recipe on a wiki page on next to each other while I'm making the meal, while my hands are free. And I will be able to see the actual recipe and see everything. Those kind of things are pretty amazing to use. For me, I've got little notes, post-it notes that I've got in here for when I leave my computer, so I remember to do certain things. I type them in, so when I'm wandering around the house, I have these little notes at the side, so I know what to remember to do before I get distracted. So they help with all of that. There's so many uses for something like this. They're an amazing piece of kit. Yeah, the augmented reality and stuff can play stuff over the top of stuff. Yeah, but these are only 3 degrees of tracking. They're not full 6 degrees of tracking. These are only 3 degrees of tracking. Oh yeah. Let me try and explain. When I put this on and go into, let me go in. When I go into augmented reality, let me explain. When the augmented reality kicks in, which isn't on at the moment, I haven't got connected. But what I see out of here is this. Primary screen is about here. Primary screen, date, calendar, my pet, YouTube pages I might need to go to, recommended pages, all here. Next to it is another screen that has all the games available that I can download. On this side has a screen that is in. That screen is static and doesn't move, and I can look around at the screen over here, here, and here. It's like I've got those 3 monitors, and I can make more and more monitors. I can add new, so I could actually encircle myself completely with them, and by turning around like this, all my monitors, I can encircle my entire head with monitors, and then do it. That's how it works. Yeah, you could do that. You could, and well, you could fix those monitors in place above your main monitor, and then when you looked to them, you'd see them there, and you could look them and select them and move one to the middle if you want. If you want, move that one to the middle, or move them up and that. You can actually change them where you are in that. You can customize them in many different ways. Very hard to describe, but yeah, you can have it so that the images follow your display. So you can set it so that they follow. So wherever you look, like if you're watching a movie, you might want it so it actually follows your display. So wherever you look, you see the movie. But you can have it static so that it sets up there. Yeah, static, so you can set it up there so it's still there. So if you look over here, you won't see it. But when you turn back here, it's there. Well, I do think the coolest thing about these is how much they look like a normal pair of glasses. How much you could walk past someone in the street and not know that they are wearing. I mean, these are the normal glasses. These are the augmented realities. You could walk past someone wearing these ones here, and nobody would take a second look. Yeah, that's the brilliance of it. These are amazing for that. I don't think so. No, you can't, Nico, because there is a hell of a lot of technology inside these. They've made them functional. And the thing is, who wouldn't want a pair of these? They're like retro. They're retro tech. I mean, if you look at that picture. Look at, you know, that Terminator picture. It's the shades that the Terminator wears on the poster. Who wouldn't want these retro tech? This seems to be the perfect way to do them. I don't think people will. It's not that. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at it, it's pretty much, yeah. I'm sure they will in the future, but at the moment the market is very small. So they'll only be doing one version. Yeah, it's one version to start with. But as a proof of concept, not only as a proof of concept, as a technology, it works. It's going to help me so much doing stuff. Oh, it's time we've got to do the food. We've got to do the food now because the food is ready. Get rid of the rest of this. But yeah, I love them. They're amazing technology. I use them a lot around the house. Nothing in it. Some more gravy. That's the gravy. Yeah. Huh? That would be nice. Yeah, I know what you mean now. That would be very nice. So, oh, pour off. A bit of that in there. So let's mash some potatoes. Everything's good. You know what it is? Everything's good. So, potatoes, 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 mashed potatoes. Yay! Cooking your own food is a brilliant thing. It's a wonderful thing, cooking your own food. And the basics Learning the basics is just trial and error when it comes to cooking food. I think everybody should be able to cook their own food and try to cook their own food. I think there's any harm to learn the basic skills of cooking. Remember, I don't use measurements or anything like that. Notes later. Hello there, Manifesto. The food is ready. The food is ready. We're having tuna and hash. Looking forward to tonight. It's Munchies. We're going to have Munchies tonight. Munchies, 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 Munchies. Munchies, Munchies. Yes, the Manifesto. Yes. Road Rash is the Manifesto. The Manifesto. What? What? What the hell? No show tonight. Why no show? Has someone hacked your account? Sitting relaxed and talking to a friend, okay. I heard the N when spammed, yeah. Can't you appeal that? Can't you appeal that? That's bullshit. Isn't that just an automatic thing? Can't you get people to look into it? Yeah, see what happens, because that's bullshit. See if you can go to yeah. Yeah. Have you been on the how have you gone through the sport and the report system and that? No, if you make another thing, no, you can't do that, Nico. If you do that, you can get banned for longer if you try to avoid the ban. Yeah. Is there anything else we can do about it? I mean, you could do the, you could do, you do. Oh, game night tonight. Okay. No, we're going to do do a game night tonight. No, no, it's not worth it, Nico. It's not worth trying to avoid it in any way. Yeah. Have a game night tonight, and I'll be there for the game night. I'm not going to stay off. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. They're trying to trigger you. So he won this round. 1 round. Woohoo. Yeah, you engaged with him. You should have the thing. Yeah. But sometimes it's very hard to do that. But yeah. Yeah. So just be smart. Just learn from it. Yeah. Yeah, Road Rash does a game night on Monday, on Wednesday. Yeah. Tell you what I'm going to do tonight. Tell you what I'm going to do tonight. Okay, no, it's not worth doing anything. If they're going to do that, it's not worth doing anything. For one night, it's worth just having a break. I mean, you don't want anybody else hosting it or doing like that. It's not a good thing. It's you. It's our community. But I can't believe that. Fuckers. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, that sucks. I love my Friday night. It's going to be weird that I don't have to get up for it. It's going to be very weird that I don't have to get up. Make sure the whole community knows. I'll let my friends know that. I'll let everybody know what's going on my end. Um, yeah. It can be really fun and hectic. Sometimes it's a bit hectic for me, the game night is. My brain doesn't handle the game night as well as other things because there's just so much going on. But I do love the idea of it. No, it's all just partying. It's all just basic stuff. Oh, they're assholes. All they try to do is ruin and burn things. Yeah, he is. Blue guys. Blue guitar is awesome. It's these kind of people are just jealous and envious and assholes and have little dicks, and they want to actually try to ruin things because they can't create anything themselves. What they do. Yep. Okay, I'm going to log off now because my food's ready to eat. Yeah. So I'm going to go and eat. I hope they saw something else because it's bloody stupid this is. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Bye-bye for now. I'll be upstairs doing stuff in a bit after I've eaten, so bye-bye for now.